Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace back again with another video, and this time it is time for my review of Mario Kart 8 since I completed the Grand Prix mode yesterday. 50cc is done, 100cc is done, 150cc is done, and Mirror Class all done, all with 3 gold stars. So that means a review is in order. Now before I get into it, I must do a heads up. When I was writing down my notes over my review here, I noticed that I have a fair amount of cons more than I do pros, meaning there's more things that I can nitpick about the game than things that I liked about the game, which I didn't actually think that would be happening, but it is what it is, so let's just get into it, shall we? First of all, the pros, of course, we'll get out of the way first. Right off the bat, I gotta say, it's a fun, relaxing game for the most part. It's if you're not being screwed over by blue shells or something, then yeah, you're gonna have a nice time. Or if you're just, MLG Pro, whatever. But for the most part, it's a very fun game that will make you jump up and down and scream and in a good way and have a smile on your face. It's definitely, currently anyway, the best looking 8th gen game, hands down. The only other one that comes close to tying it is Infamous Second Son, but I still give Mario Kart 8 the edge. Playing with friends online is fun, when you do it anyway. I mean, it could be made easier, but I'll get into that later. Most of the courses are great. Most of the levels, again, that's kind of something else I'll get into when I get into the cons as well. I think there's only 2 or 3 levels that I'm not a fan of. One that I'm really not a fan of, which I'll get into in a bit here. Most of the character roster is good, which I know this kind of sounds like half a good thing, half a bad thing, but it's just the way it is. I would say all but 2 characters, which I'll get into again later on with my cons. The Sonic Boom is fun, which you're probably thinking, what the fuck does that mean? And that's what me and my friends call the Super Horn. And I know I bash the Super Horn, and don't get me wrong, the Super Horn is super lame. It's lame as shit. But when you call it the Sonic Boom, because that's what it does, you use it, and it's like a boom, a big boom. So me and my friends call it the Sonic Boom. When you call it that, it's less lame. But if you wanted to call it the Super Horn, then it's lame as shit. Driving sideways and upside down is fun. As you all know, that's kind of the newest mechanic. It's kind of F-Zero-y. But, and again, here I go back into being kind of a negative Nancy, but it's kind of like the 3D effect on the 3DS. And this, I don't actually mean for this to kind of sound bad. I don't mean for it to be bad, but anyway, if people interpret that, or interpret what I'm saying that way, then I guess that is how it is. But it's kind of like the 3D effect on the 3DS, where after a while, you don't even notice it anymore. And so, like, with the 3DS, I always have the 3D on because I like it, but I get zoned in right away. But with Mario Kart 8, after you've played, a few times, a few cups and everything, you don't really notice, like, oh, I'm actually upside down right now, or I'm sideways. Like, there might be one time you do, one level, I can't even remember what it is, but the first time you play it, you'll notice it, and then afterwards you're kind of like, okay, for me it looks like I'm driving perfectly straight, like it's not tilted or anything, but so I don't know if that's, a flaw or if that's a good thing. It's hard to say, but to compare, in F-Zero GX on the GameCube, you always noticed if you were kind of upside down or something, which was really good. And the last pro that I have is it has good levels of difficulty in the Grand Prix. The escalation, like from 50cc, you don't have any trouble. 100cc, you're like, alright, we're going a little faster. It's a little bit more fast paced. 150cc, you're like, alright, this is really testing me now. And then Mirror Class is, especially if you're going for 3 gold stars, can be a real bitch. But, yeah. So it has a good degree of difficulty, which I know is important to a lot of people, because they don't want something that's just, oh, it's too damn easy, or right off the bat where, oh, I'm never going to get anywhere, it's too fucking hard. But let's get into the cons now, shall we? Where to start? Probably the biggest issue, the battle mode online. As you all know, there's no battle stages, which is, I don't care who you are or what you say, it's shit. It should be the original battle mode stages formula from the past. I've played it a few times, and I don't know if I suck or something, which I don't care. Maybe I do suck. It doesn't change a damn thing. It's no fun. It seems like all you get is bananas and green shells. And I get it, when you get defeated and you become a ghost, you can still hit people, but it's just pretty boring. It's a snore fest, to be brutally honest. The next con is not enough vehicle part unlockables, in my opinion. I don't remember the exact number, because all I have left to unlock is the gold glider for getting 10,000 coins, and I think I'm around 3,000 or something like that. So that's still going to take me forever, but I still think there could be a lot more. And actually adjust the settings, because there's a lot of... I've seen some people say they should take out the stats altogether, but at the same time, I see both sides, but I think if you're going to have the stats, have a lot more that actually change things. There's like 5 or 6 gliders that are all the same thing. They're all just aesthetics. They don't change any stats. And same with some of the wheels, and same with some of the carts and bikes, and it's just like, why are these all the same stats? So, I don't know. I get it, it's like, oh, you want a little bit of variety with carts that are all the same stats, but at the same time, it could have been done better just by adding in a hell of a lot more pieces, like doubling the amount would have been nice. What's next? That's right. 720p when it should have been 1080p. That's right, I went there. I'm not going to go on about that. You all know how I feel about that. A few moments that piss you off in the game, especially Grand Prix mode, like bullshit AI where you'll be doing good, you'll be going for 3 gold stars, you'll have won first place on the first 3 levels, and then you get hit by a blue shell on the 4th race, and you're still in first. You're like, oh, okay, it's just a blue shell, it's fine, I'm fine. And then you get hit with a red shell, and then a green shell, and then you get rammed off the level, and then you're like dropped down to 7th, and then you're too late to be able to make a comeback, and that's... it just seems like a lot of the time you feel like if you're... oh, actually, this is a separate point. If you're in, like, second, trying to get to first, a lot of the time it feels like AI is going after you more than they are the guy in first. So, I don't know. The online needs a friend lobby. Now, what I mean by that is I don't mean create a room, because when you do that, only you and the friends in the room can play together. That's bullshit. What I mean is you have a lobby where I invite a friend, we all join together, like... but it's not for just us, where we can actually search online together. Because if you want to play with a friend now, it's like, okay, you search regional or worldwide, then I join you, but then it's always, oh, unable to join because the room's full. We need to be able to join, like, partner up with our friends and search together, so we're always in the same match. That's just a basic thing. That should just be doable. Because if you think about it, even games back like in Halo 3, years and years ago, have been doing that. I'm sure there's been a lot of games before that. But anyway, that's just a personal little issue I have, but let's move on. Some bad levels, like I mentioned before, when I was talking about my pros about the game. Dolphin Shoals. Hate that level. Get that shit out of this game. I do not like the giant eel thing. I do not like underwater levels. It's just, I don't like this level. One of my friends, he does not like this level either. It's just not fun. It's not fun. Yes, that's right. Mies and Pink Gold Peach, or PGP as we say, should never have been playable characters. Characters like Drybones, or Birdo, or hell, even Kamek, all would have been better choices. But no, we had to get a clone of Peach, and a clone... well, not a clone, but stupid fucking Mies who don't fucking belong. May cause anger... this game, that is, Mario Kart 8, may cause anger, frustration, and result in gamepad... or damaged gamepads. Man, I couldn't talk there. And what I mean by that is you could have a lot of frustration in this game where you'll smash your gamepad, like, you know, throw it on the floor, or even in my case where I freaking bit the damn thing and put teeth marks into the thing. Yeah. What's next? Coin item. Yes. I like it, but at the same time, it needs to be toned down. Its frequency, it comes up so freaking much. You know how much it comes up when in my last OBA tournament when it was bomb bombs only. On the last race, I was at 10 coins, and I was in like fifth or something, and I kept getting coins when it was set to only bomb offs. It's like, come on, we don't need coins that often. Cut it down by about 50%. Ugh. Even if you just replaced it with like a green shell instead, it would be better than a freaking coin. Uh, Items are not balanced as good as they should be, or as well. I don't know what's the proper grammar there. For example, a lot of the time when you're in like 7th, you'll get bananas. Who the fuck does that help? Oh yeah, just the 6 guys in front of you because they're laughing at you because there's nothing you can do with one silly little banana peel. Um, what else? What else? Actually, I guess that's it. So overall, I did bash the game a bit, Mario Kart 8 that is, but I'm going to say it's a fun, solid game. It's definitely a must-have for the Wii U. Has it saved the Wii U? No. The Wii U was bleeding. All Mario Kart 8 has done is dramatically slow down the bleeding and maybe stop the bleeding. It hasn't healed the system, it hasn't saved it. But we'll see how things go. So overall, I'm going to give Mario Kart 8 an ironic score of 8 out of 10, like most places did actually. You know, Mario Kart 8, 8 out of 10. But there's definite room for improvement, like I said with all the cons I listed. Is it better than Double Dash? Nah, not really. I would give Double Dash a 9 out of 10. It's definitely a very good, fun, solid game, and 8 out of 10 is not a bad score by any means. But there's definite room for improvement. It's not a perfect game. Yeah. I guess that'll do it. I'm Original Blood Ace. As always, stay tuned. More videos coming soon. See you then.
I'm the cult of personality, the cult of personality, the cult of personality.